in Italian means my kitchen. And boy, do I have something amazing and delicious to show you. This is on a trip that I took when we went to Italy. And this is a meal that I had in Rome, and everything was grilled, including lettuce. And I'm going to show you how to do all these amazing things. But I am not going to make all of the vegetables that they use. They used a lot of vegetables. Pero la prima cosa, but the first thing that we need to do is to put on the fadale, and I have a you and me fadale to celebrate this wonderful Friday. And this meal came about, like I said, when we went to Rome, and there was a little place on the side, and we just told them to just make food, and they made these trays of all these grilled vegetables, and it was amazing. But what I'm going to be using today is I am going to be using some romaine lettuce. We're going to be utilizing some wonderful, oh, look how beautiful this is. Cauliflower, you know, and cauliflower aids on digestion, and it's got fiber, and we're going to talk about it. And we're also, I have this beautiful over here, wonderful salmon that I am also going to be cooking. But the first thing that I want to do is that I want to make a marinade that is going to make it super simple, and this marinade is going to be really going through the whole entire meal. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to get myself a bowl, because I want to show you how to make this marinade. I'm also going to, I have an abundance of green onions, and I'm also going to grill these. So we're going to be grilling green onions, we're going to be grilling wonderful romaine lettuce, you know, the wonderful, I just love them. Aren't they beautiful? Cauliflower, so good for you. Okay, so I want to make the marinade, and when this marinade, we're going to be utilizing some garlic, we're going to be utilizing some lemon, we're going to be utilizing some herbs, and it's going to be like an herb. And I have here some, and this is all from my garden that I grow here. I have some oregano, some thyme after thyme, rosemary. So we have rosemary, thyme, oregano, and basil. And then for the dry ingredients, I'm also going to use a little bit more oregano. And, you know, things that you have in your pantry. And we're going to be utilizing super easy olive oil, balsamic vinegar, some granulated garlic, some turmeric, and some ginger. And these are powdered. All right, so let's start. We have a lot going on here, so let me start slowly. All right, the fish is in a nice cold plate so it can hang out because it's going to be coming into the marinade. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is we're going to take our garlic, and I'm using 2 beautiful pieces, and to those pieces I'm probably going to be using 2 pieces of garlic. So we're going to be using 2 garlics. Very simple, very easy transaction. Hopefully this will be done in 30 minutes. I'm trying, and you know, and the thing is with this meal, it has everything. It has the wonderful fish, it has the vegetables, and you can make it all in one pot, And I am using the ones with the little, you know, oh my goodness, my mind went blank. That has the ridges. So what we want to do is, what we're going to do is we're going to be chopping and dropping in here. Okay, so very simple transaction. So I'm going to be chopping and put it in there. I am going to go ahead and get my thyme. So, you know, and then what I do is I hold it upside down. And right now it's been raining so much, you know, my vegetables are going everywhere. And sometimes it doesn't have enough to dry out. So I'm using 1 sprig of thyme, 1 sprig of oregano. I am going to be using another sprig of thyme because, you know, mine are small, they're not very long. And as you can see how easy it comes right out. And I find growing my own, it's easier for me to work than buying them out at the store. Yes, I know. Okay, now I want to get my wonderful rosemary, and I love rosemary. And rosemary loves fish, and it gets along really well with the fish. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to get some basilico. So in Italian, basil is called basilico. Okay, so now we're gonna get to these beautiful little guys right over here. I hope you guys can see. And we're just going to do a very easy chop. So put your hand over the knife like this, okay? And just don't put your fingers underneath, just flat like that. And just go like that. You see what I'm doing? It's like a half a moon. It's like a half a moon, just like that. And I'm telling you, this restaurant, it was very, very tiny restaurant. So they had their tables right next to the street. So when the cars were coming, sometimes you had to move the table and the chairs so you're not going to get run over. So, you know, they really utilized the street. And I'm telling you, I never forgot the flavors and the smells. It was marvelous. I never forgot that. And it had a flavor. And it had a lot of herbs. I remember the herbs. And this is what I have recreated. And this is what I want to show you. And I call this the Italian griller because everything is grilled. The fish, everything. And it's delicious. And I just wanted to bring this to you because it's amazingly delicious. And we're going to be utilizing the vinegar as well as the lemon. Yes. Okay, so now as you can see, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, nobody's going to be there to say, oh my God, you know, you did that. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. So we're just going to put this right here like so. Just like that. There is a little piece here that I missed chopping up because we don't really want to chomp on that too much. Okay, so now, you know, we just make sure that we get everything out of our board. And because we know we want to use this. So if you're measuring, and if you were to measure, because I know a lot of people want to measure, you know, you're looking like a very good heaping tablespoon of all of them together. Okay, so now to this, I am going to take, again, just a tiny, you know, a teaspoon, just a regular teaspoon, just like that, regular teaspoon, just to get my oregano, because oregano has got such a wonderful flavor. And I'm just going to put it between my hands and just go like that. And remember, when I tell you to put it between your hands, is you're releasing all the oils. Okay? So we move that out of the way. I am going to bring some Casper sugar, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit in there because it's going to break through the acid. And you can omit the sugar. You don't have to have the sugar. I'm also going to do a little pinch of salt in there. I'm going to utilize a teaspoon or so of black pepper, fresh ground black pepper. It's just tastes better. It's more yummier. And then I'm going to make it super simple for everybody. Super simple for everybody, okay? I am going to take a tiny spoon. So let's just see. This is a regular teaspoon, and this is a like an iced tea. So if you were to measure, okay, it kind of measure almost to the whole entire teaspoon. So that's going to go drop it in there like so. Super easy transaction. Very easy, guys. I want to bring easy things. Okay, so now over here we have beautiful ginger. Ginger is very good for digestion, and right now we need that as well. And I'm going to put a nice teaspoon of that ginger in there. They all get along very well. And of course, turmeric. You know, and I buy my turmeric, I dry my turmeric, and then after I dry my turmeric, I put it in a spice grinder, and this is how I get my turmeric. Okay, so that's all taken care of. Now we have the olive oil, and now we have the lemon, and now we have the vinegar. Okay, so now what I want to do is I am going to zest some lemon. I'm not using the small one. I want to be able to taste the lemon because this is a wonderful marinade that I'm also going to put in a little bowl because I will be basting other vegetables with that. Okay, so we're going to be utilizing one zest of a lemon. And you know, and the thing is, when we were there, the flavors were incredible to me. And I did not know what they used. So I pretty much, came up with my own. So, because the marinade is so important. So what to this, I'm just going to use, let me grab my squeezy. I'm going to use my one lemon in here. Oh, this lemon is, I should have rolled it. When you roll it, it makes more, it's juicier. But I am going to squeeze the heck out of this guy. Okay. So now, squeeze the other one. Forza! Forza means strength. Forza, everybody. Okay. Woof! My God, it's a workout. You know, when my doctor says, what do you do? What do you do for exercise? I said, I cook. I tell you, you know, cooking is, it's work. And it's wonderful. All right, so now to this, if I were to measure this, okay, well, let me go grab, you know, I'm not going to measure. I'm going to use tablespoons. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I know it's a lot of olive oil, but we're going to be grilling all of these wonderful things. Okay, so now to this, I have here just organic basmati vinegar. If you don't have organic basmati vinegar, don't worry about it. Just use whatever vinegar you have. Let me turn this slide on so we can see each other better. Okay, so here's, I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to use 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just going to mix this together like so. You see that? You see what you have here? Look at this wonderful thing. See, this is your marinade, okay? Wonderful marinade. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to taste. And what I'm tasting is for acidity. I'm tasting for a good flavor of everybody being merry together. So before guys, we put the fish in here because this is going to be really quick. I'm going to turn my pan over here, and I am going to let it come to its point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on medium. Okay, so now I have a little bowl over here, and you definitely want to take, you know, a couple tablespoons, maybe about 2 or 3 tablespoons, because, you know, my fish doesn't need to have so much of that. And this is delicious. Okay, so now let me remove that, and I am going to take my fish, and I am just going to take this and I am going to put it upside down like so. See what I'm doing? Upside down like so. Oh, I almost dropped it. Well, you know, that happens in kitchens. Okay, so now my fish is just going to hang out here. You know, now I'm going to turn it over like so. Okay, I'm going to turn it over like so. All right, you see what you got here? Look at this beautiful yumminess, okay? All right, so now that this guy's, I'm going to put it upside down again because I want him to be upside down. All right, so that is taken care of. I'm going to put that to the side because pretty much I am done with that because that's going to marinate. All right, so let's see what's going on with this thing here. All right, let me get this guy going. Okay, get going over here. I need you, eh? Okay, so now what I want to bring your attention to is our vegetables. Okay, so the vegetables, you got to make sure that the lettuce is really, really well washed and dried because, you know, when you put something wet, it's going to sizzle, and we don't want things to sizzle. And what you want to do is you want to take your romaine lettuce and you want to cut it in half, like so, okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another brush that I have right here, and I'm going to take that marinade and I am just going to brush right over my lettuce. Okay, right over my lettuce, because I am going to put them upside down. And it's not going to take a lot. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring my cauliflower. I'm going to put it on the board. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush with the same marinade, okay, my wonderful cauliflower. And it's going to give flavor, and it's going to give this yumminess to it, and it's going to be amazing. Now, I'm not going to do the other side, because once I put it on here, then I am going to brush the rest, the wonderful marinade to the other side. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. We don't need any of that. Get all of this out of the way. grab my wonderful green onions that they're just going crazy right now with all the rain. They're very, very happy actually. And I am not going to be using the tips, so I'm just going to have them like so. I just removed the tips. Now these tips, you guys can cut them up, put them in a baggie, put them in the freezer for soups and other things. And I'm probably might use it for, for garnishing later. So I'm going to put that to the side. And I'm also going to be brushing my green onions as well, right over my wonderful lettuce. Okay, so now everybody is rocking and rolling over here. They're all chilling. And now what I'm going to do is I want to get my pan. And where's my olive oil over here? And my brush is pretty much oiled already. So I am just going to brush my grills over here because, who says that you can't grill indoors? You can grill indoors. Because it rains a lot, that doesn't mean that we can't grill. And yes, it would taste probably a lot better, on the grill, but you know what? This is what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to do my upside down. And I am going to not touch, once you lay them down, do not touch the cauliflower. All right, super easy. All right, so now that we have our green onions over here, and we have, the cauliflower is doing its thing at a medium. Then we have our lettuce, then we're going to do our green onions, and then we're going to finish it with our beautiful fish. Okay, so now that I have this plate, I am pretty much done with this plate, and I'm just going to remove this plate. And let me tell you guys, when you have this, you are going to go, oh my God, it's amazing. I'm going to go grab a little plate just to put a little bit of olive oil into, because I'm probably going to need that more olive oil to brush, because we don't want anything to stick. And here's the thing, guys, you don't need a lot of olive oil, just a tiny itty bitty bit with your brush, okay? And it doesn't take a lot. And what you want to do is you want to get the grill mark. So what you want to do is you want to get yourself a nice long plate, because the way that they served it is they put all the vegetables and then they put the meat. So I'm going to be doing it that way. But we had different fish. We had some shrimp and some other things, and I am just going to keep it very simple and use salmon because it was on sale. And we're trying to save some money and trying to be very healthy here. So grilled, we don't think about grilling cauliflower. And, in cauliflower, it reduces a sign of aging. Yes, which is wonderful. It boosts the immune system. And we need these. We need things that will boost the immune system for us to maintain, being healthy. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to kind of check. I'm just going to lift. Oh, it's working beautifully here. Oh, yeah. So now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to brush the other side. I like mine al dente. If you don't like yours al dente, you are more than welcome to cook it longer. Now, if you get to the point, that you are coming, you're using a lot of this, what you can do is you can add a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil in there, just like that. Get yourself a shifuli. I always talk about shifuli, and just mix this up. It's not going to hurt anything. It's still going to have the wonderful flavor, and it just gives you a little extra, just in case. So we're working with this, and we're also working to keep our pan nice and lubricated so nothing sticks to it. Okay, so now I am going to check again. Yes, oh yes. And the grill marks are happening. Oh, building flavor upon flavor. And you may want to keep it on medium high. Now, if you're concerned, you can take a pan and you can put it right over that. Right over that, it makes it a lot faster, a lot easier for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna start clearing up some of this, because what I want to do next is I am going to just kind of push everything to the side. I do have a paper towel here, because while that is cooking, what I'm going to do is I am going to take some of this green onions, and what I want to do on the same board, and I don't know if you guys can see, here, let me see if I can move you over here. See, move you a little bit over here, okay? You can still see this. Okay, what I want to do over here is I just want to slice, and let me clean this knife, because it's really not that dirty. We haven't touched any of the meat, and I'm just going to give it a quick slice of the green onions. Oh yeah. And let me tell you, this is, you know, this is going to be lunch, and this is going to carry also for dinner, because, you know, these are nice pieces of wonderful salmon, and my husband and I, we're probably going to eat half of that. So when you do this, plan ahead. So if you make it for lunch, okay, you can also carry it for dinner, or if you make it for dinner, it can also be leftovers. All right, so what I have here is I just have a little bit of the green onions that I'm just going to put on the side. I still have my fish that is still marinating, doing its thing. Okay, so now I'm going to lift this up. Oh yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. And this is what you're looking for. You're looking for the grill marks. You see the grill marks? So just a few more minutes for that. I'm going to kind of put them to the side. Okay, I'm going to turn them over. You know, I'm not a professional baker, a professional chef, but I am a cook. So now to this, I can go ahead and I'm going to start putting my green onions. Now my green onions are not going to take that long, and I'm just going to put them right in here with these rest of these guys. Nothing is going to happen. They're all going to be in there. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn my pan to a medium high. Okay. Oh yeah. And what I would suggest you do when you slice your wonderful cauliflower, make sure you cut it to where it's going to fit your pan. Okay. And I can still do the green onions in here too. So they're all doing fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, we are perfectly imperfect. And that's fine with me. And as you can see, this is really doing its thing. Oh yes. Okay, so now I can take these sides off, because I am cooking them nice in a high heat here. And I really like mine to be nice and crunchy. It's so easy, guys. It's so easy to make this. It's wonderful. And my pan, for some reason today, is not wanting to really do its thing, but it's doing its thing. Okay, so now I'm going to take these guys out like so. Oh yes, with the grill marks. They're beautiful. Okay, so now what I want to do is I really want to let my green onions now have their own hanging out there. Get yourself some foil so we can keep that warm. So just cover up, so what I've done is I have just put the cauliflower right on the plate. Okay, so then now we're just going to cover this up. Okay. And the green onions, guys, they don't take a lot. Okay. I know that. All right. So what you want to do is you want the green onions to kind of get to the point of wilting. And they're starting to wilt. See, they're starting to wilt. And that's what you want. You want to get that. And for some reason, sometimes things work and sometimes things don't. So right now, my pan is still really hot. It almost feels like it's not really hot, but it is. It's doing its thing. The green onions, you kind of watch it, guys. But let me tell you, there's something about, if you've never had grilled onions, grilled green onions, they are delicious. The one thing is when you have a grill, like an outside grill, you have to be very careful because these guys can cook super fast. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that they're not cooking super fast. Okay. So now my green onions are done, and I'm just going to put them right next to my wonderful, see how fast and easy all is? We're going to cover this up, and now we're going to take our lettuce, and I am going to put it against the grill. And what we want to do is we don't want to touch these guys. What I like to do is I like to put my hands down there, whatever lettuce, get it in there. Oh, and wait till you have grilled lettuce. They're delicious. They're amazing. Okay, so now I want to take the rest of this and I want to really slather it on top of my lettuce. Oh, this is going to give a wonderful flavor. And I'm going to bring the camera so I can show you how it looks. All right, let me bring it to you. All right, okay. I will gently put you down. So as you can see, and as I showed you, this is how, we're going to just let them hang out there. In the meantime, we have our green onions over here. They're still, the thing is things still cook, okay? They're still cooking after you bring them out. All right, so I'm going to cover this up. Okay, so now I'm just going to remove this, get it out of the way. All right, make sure that I get all of my little green onions over here. Okay, so I'm just going to cut up the rest of my little green onions, just a little green. It just gives it a more of a flavor. All right, so now you have to kind of watch the lettuce, because the lettuce, they start wilting and they start turning. And they're wonderful. This is what I would suggest you use. Okay, let me see. Can you guys see that? There. Can you see this? All right, good. You're seeing it. So now I'm just going to turn them over. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, my gosh. And let me show you. It's delicious. Let me show you what's happening there. You see what's happening there? Okay. All right, wonderful. Okay, so now that we have this beautiful lettuce, and you don't want to cook them all the way down, I am going to take my lettuce like so, and I'm also going to take the other lettuce like that on the other side. Take these little guys and put them right over that. Why not? Okay, and now I'm going to cover that. I'm going to cover all of that because it's going to continue to cook. And now what I want to do is I want to brush my cast iron skillet again because my fish is coming on here. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to put my fish, okay guys, and put it upside down against the grain. And don't touch them. And then what I want to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and cover it. We are going to put 3 minutes on the timer. Oops, not 30. All right, let me see how to clear this. All right, let me clear this. Come on now. Clear, cancel. All right, 3 minutes. Okay, I guess not. All right. Here. All right, timer. All right, come on, timer. 3 minutes. All right, let me do it this way. Maybe it wants me to stand over here. Okay, time. All right, 3 minutes. Okay, so now I am done with this because I'm not really going to use this. I am going to take this out of. Okay, and now I'm going to take my green onions and kind of move them on another little plate. Because now I am done with this board. Get that out of the way. We're almost done, guys. Bear with me just a few more minutes and we will be finished. And then we will be able to mangia, we just mangia. In the meantime, let me tell you a little bit more about cauliflower. Cauliflower is full of fiber. And it also protects against the stomach lining. It is wonderful against cancer. It helps to lose weight. Yes, it helps to lose weight. So if you want to lose weight, you got to eat this wonderful, amazing cauliflower that is so good for your health and is delicious for you. Okay, so now we have a minute left. So now, like I told you, when I went to Italy and I was in Rome, they had this. I would have never thought in a million years to grill lettuce, to grill everything on the grill. My parents, when they grilled it, they threw things on the fire. My father would build a fire, and he would do that when he would work with the fire. All right, now I'm looking at my fish, and even though it's been 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes, not quite, I am going to shut that off. Now what I want to do is I want to get under here, and I'm going to be very careful at this because of the fish. Oh yes. And the fish is getting nice, and what I do is I use my spatula to loosen it, okay? I use my spatula, guys, to loosen it. And then what I'm going to do is something that is very scary for a lot of you. And let me see if I can bring you to this so I can show you. Move, Reggie, please. Reggie's smelling the fish, and he really wants to get into the fish. All right, let me bring you over here because I want to show you how we're going to do this. All right, so it's very, very simple. You're going to take this, guys. You have this. You see that? And you're going to get over here. Get over here with this and help this guy out and turn it over. Okay, and turn it gently over, just like that. You see that? Nothing happened. Yes, the skins got more charred, which that's fine. And I'm just going to cover this up for a few more minutes. I am going to bring my plate up here again. And let me go get myself, move you over here. Bring you back up here. Reggie is dying because he loves the skin. And I'm going to give him the skin. So far, guys, we're almost there. We're almost there for this Italian grill. So remember, you have this all these beautiful grilled veggies. And then, I'm going to move them over here to the side because the fish is going to be coming in here. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. And it's amazingly delicious. In the meantime, I'm just going to take some of my green onions and just kind of, put it here and there, like so, because I know that the fish is coming, and it's just, it just gives it a little freshness. And if you want, you could take a little bit of basil. If you want to make it more fancy, put a little bit of oregano here and there, so you know that oregano was used. And that's what chefs do. They just use, the different vegetables to decorate the plate, guys. So it looks beautiful, right? And that's what we're doing, so you know that it's there and it's delicious. And then I eat, I eat the herbs. Herbs are delicious and they're full of nutrients, and why not? I grow them, and I grow them all organically. So what I've done, is I have, just put some of those wonderful herbs so you know what you are having. So now my fish, it doesn't take a lot, okay? So now less than a half an hour. Now I am going to do the same thing with the other side, and I'm going to be very careful on how I take my fish out. Okay, so work with the fish. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, mamma mia. I'm going to shut this off. All right, then I'm gonna take this piece over here and I'm gonna turn this guy, flip this guy over like so. Oh yes. And remember, this is gonna continue to cook. So now, let me show you what I do with my hot pan that is off. I will take a glass of water while it's still hot and add warm water to that. And what that's going to do is going to loosen all of that, make it easier for you to cook, for you to clean. Okay, guys, this is all I have for you today. Let me show you what you've made. Let me bring it even closer to you. Guarda, look. You have all this beautiful Italian grilled, this amazing, beautiful dish. Easy, super easy, inexpensive when you buy on sale, good for your health. I'm Elena Jones and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. We are hungry and we are going to eat this. It's time to mangia. Okay, bellies, ciao, ciao. Now, be good to yourself. Wear your mask, do your part. Be kind and loving. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me today at Elena's Cucina. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You ring the bell and you can see all of my videos. Okay, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. I love you. Ciao, ciao, belly. Mwah, mwah. Ciao, ciao, belly. Ciao, ciao. Okay, well, we will continue. Well, it just doesn't want to. Okay, bye. Hello, bye, Graham.